What's up? It's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I just realized we're a little crooked here. So I am embarking's a little strong. I am starting another, not just like a yarn organization video, but my craft space, which is this half of the room. Decluttering a little, I guess, reorganizing, redecorating a little bit over here, a little bit of cleaning, like just kind of everything. I'm not going to start a bunch tonight, but I figured I'd walk you through everything. It's not a horrible mess, but it's quite messy, so please, be prepared, is all I'll say. Okay, so this is my workspace. I got my Tiffany Wang Daikon Radish plushie in the mail. That needs to still go up somewhere. I've got some kind of current whips happening, just little things that need to be put away. It is Christmas right now, so I'm working on Christmassy things. The biggest thing that sort of prompted this, I currently have this whips basket. Usually sits downstairs on my couch because that's where I work the most. That basket has yarn in it, and then this basket recently was holding a lot of stuff I was making for like a charity event. So now that I've kind of emptied that out, and this basket has been full for the entire year of 2024 because of a project. If you don't know, just very quickly, I've basically been tracking the books I read, and I'm making a project for that. So that is mostly finished, so now I can finally like integrate this yarn into the big stash, and just so that all needs to be reshuffled. I also, this sweater, this was my very first ever attempt at tapestry crochet. We'll get more into that later, but it's okay, it's not bad, but this sweater doesn't fit great, so I want to scrap this and redo it. But I recently got this shelf that goes over my chair. I know there's a lot happening over here, but we are maximalists in this house. Yes, this is a thing that actually goes over your toilet, and I had to hunt forever to find one that was the perfect size. I did not. There's supposed to be a third shelf that I did not put up. This is the toilet paper holder thing. I thought I would keep it. Maybe I could stick some yarn cakes on it. But there's a couple of projects on here that need to be finished. I want to paint this. I'm not a bright shiny gold person. Just like I have been getting a lot of these little like trinkety jars and running out of space on my desk. So I wanted this to be able to have decor, but also function as a way to sort craft supplies. So I will be redoing a lot of that. So I think the first thing I need to do is work on, oh yeah, currently the yarn I have for current projects is just sitting on the floor because I am out of space. So the first thing I'm going to do is scrap that and cake up some of this stuff so I can store it better. So that'll be the first thing on the list. Okay, so it's the next day. I ended up not really doing anything last night except for making a to-do list, which is also important. I've been working pretty hard on a project that it's Sunday, I need to have it done for Thursday, so giving my hands a little bit of a break. I did spray paint this frame earlier in the day. I love the way it turns out. This is from Five Below, by the way, so it took quite a few passes just because of all the little nooks and crannies, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put in it yet. I don't really want to do like family photos when this is gonna be sitting in my filming space, which by the way, once I organize and clean up in here a lot, I do plan this is meant to be like my filming spot. Obviously I film here while I'm working, but like working on projects, but that chair has been occupied for a long time and I would like to be able to sit in it again and actually film in my filming spot. So I hope to do that more, but because of that, I just like, I don't really want to put like family photos of people that I don't have their consent to be online. So I don't know, I will figure out something to put in this frame and this other one that I have here. So yeah, little Five Below frame. I love it so much more now. I really love it. So there's that, and I guess I can go ahead and put that back. Then the other frame that I have that needs a little DIY is this one. I got it from Goodwill a month or so ago. It has these like some of these rhinestones on them, which I'm not really a rhinestone person, and a couple of them have already fallen off. It looks like somebody actually glued them on, so I'm just gonna take some pliers and pry them off. Okay, new plan. It looks like they were meant to be in there. So I think I might glue this one back in. They're kind of just breaking while I'm trying to pry them off. I might just paint them black as well. Okay, so going flat black, that was kind of like too much. So for these other ones, I sort of like brushed the paint on and then rubbed it back off a little bit. This one, the one I glued on, is still drying. So I'm gonna need to let it set and then kind of scratch the paint back off. But this one, I think I'm gonna like rub some of the paint off and then do this technique again. Okay, so I've got my yarn baskets in front of me, and I'm going to go through it all, decide what needs to be caked up. I'll do that and then figure out what needs to go in which basket, like current whips. Generally the way I establish these, I think I mentioned this yesterday, but this one's usually, this is my downstairs basket. It's what I'm working on down there. And I use this one for upcoming projects, like yarn that I have, like yarn that I have a plan for. And then the big one, the big wire basket, is yarn that I don't have a plan for. So, time to sort. Okay, so we're a little cramped here. This is all the yarn that does not need to be caked, that is not for a project. This is the yarn, ignore this blanket sitting here. This is the yarn that does not need to be caked, that is for projects. This is yarn I'm gonna be donating. I have a couple of those in the other room as well. And then this is all stuff that does need to be caked. So I am gonna get to that before I pack all this away. And I'm done, finally. This red one was not involved. It is very late. I am going to go ahead. My goal for tonight was to do this and to sort the yarn back into their proper baskets, so I am going to do that before I call it a night. Okay, here's what we got. I was concerned for a minute that everything wasn't going to fit. Some of it is hiding under here. This is where I keep stuff to sell at markets, and so some of the colors that I want to make things in the future to sell are in here. We're not going to talk about it. So this is the basket of things I have plans for. This one kind of is too, because I'm currently working on gifts for the holidays and that kind of stuff. So this will be projects I'm working on. This color and the one under it is for a gift. And then this, magically, I was able to get everything in, is the stuff I have not planned for. This feels crazy because I literally just, very recently scrapped a couple of things that were large, and so I had a lot of extra yarn for that. And then, like I said, I had like 10 skeins or so like in my downstairs whips basket for an entire year. So some of them I caked up so that they could fit a little bit better, but some of them are still pretty full. So I knew that I was gonna have to be finding space for everything. I'm really glad I did. Yeah, I like just went through my yarn and got rid of a bunch of stuff for a charity event that I did at work. And now I feel like I have too much yarn again. I also, the big mess of scraps that I am stashing to work on a project is now in this bag, so it looks a little cleaner over here. But yeah, I cannot believe how long that took. I did take a break to make lunch, and I took a couple breaks. I don't even know when I started, but I think it's almost midnight. It is way past my bedtime. So I am going to put these baskets away and go to bed. Okay, so it's been a couple days. I've been busy with a lot of stuff. We just finished up finals this week, so I had grades to turn in from my classes and lots of papers to grade. Last night I was working on a big crochet project, and my hands have been very, very sore, and so while I was taking breaks, I decided to go ahead and just kind of go through my drawers of craft supplies and see if there was anything I wanted to get rid of. I did that. I guess I've probably had this desk for like a year and a half now. So I did that when I first got this new desk and everything, so there wasn't a ton, but there are some things like this like paper rope that I've had for years and never even opened, and like this bag of leather strips. Again, I bought forever ago and used like once. So these type of things, so loud, I am going to take with me to work and put them in the art studio. We have a bunch of crafty stuff like that for my students to use for just kind of whatever. I feel like this sounds really silly, but like if you are a sewer and a crafter, you know, I went through my buttons. I have a ton. I have a whole jar full, plus I had this, plus like another little container, and I had this whole thing that I bought one time, and I knew that like I'm never going to use all these, so I went through and picked out all the ones I thought I'm not going to use. I will probably donate this, but just kind of like reminding myself of what I have so that when it comes time to reorganize, I have a better idea. I also I need to do just a little bit of cleaning. I need to kind of dust everything, and I think I want to do that before I fully reorganize, but it's already after 10 tonight, so we're not doing that tonight. This little wire basket I got to hold some stuff. My shelves that I got are like slatted. I don't know if that's a word, but instead of getting something to put on there to keep stuff from falling through, I'm just like strategically placing things. But I thought, just to make this basket a little cuter and keep stuff from falling out, I have this like ribbon yarn that I got. If you saw my like reviewing new to me yarns video, it's almost kind of t-shirty and it's very big and thick, and so I thought I might make like a cool like basket cover to go over this and just look a little bit pretty. I don't know quite what I'm going to be working on this. I am putting myself on a crochet ban for a little while. If you saw in my most recent studio vlog, which I believe was my last video, if I'm remembering the order that I'm putting these out in, I was working on it's like an open front poncho shawl thing, and a matching hat for a white elephant gift exchange thing I do with a bunch of my friends from work. And just, I don't know, my hands have just been kind of like sore, kind of going through it recently. I don't know if it's like my joint condition stuff or whatever, but I can usually work up something like that fairly fast, but I was working on this for like 3 weeks, and I literally stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning last night working on it, and then I got up this morning and was working on it until I had to leave to go meet them for lunch and bring the gift. So my hands they're okay now, but they were very exhausted this morning, and I was like, okay, I need to like no crocheting for at least a few days. So we'll see when I have time for this. Alright, so it is the next day, and when I left you last night, I said that I was gonna just like chill out for a little bit and do some sketching and go to bed. But then about 20 minutes later, I got like a second wind of energy and ended up staying up till about midnight organizing some stuff. So I'm not gonna show quite yet, because I figure when I'm completely finished, I'll kind of show things, but I found more stuff to get rid of. Pretty much anytime I get something that comes in like little boxes or whatever, I keep them just because they're a great way to store stuff. Same with like little bags or whatever. So it's kind of just finding new containers for things. A big thing I'm trying to do is like streamline my storage. So for example, in my new little wire basket I was showing, one of those containers that I have in there has stickers in it, but not all of them fit. And so like these boxes hold my other stickers. I want to eventually keep those in the same place. So I'm trying to just like put things that are for the same thing together and just streamline the storage. I am in the process of finishing up cleaning. I just dusted everything. The last thing I need to do I honestly don't even know how long I've been putting it off. I have some paint brushes that need a little TLC. I have brush cleaner. It's been sitting on that table over there for who knows how long. And I also have some craft scissors that I use to cut something sticky that I just need to like take some rubbing alcohol or something and clean off. So I'm gonna finally do that because I keep putting it off every time. So I'm gonna go deal with that, and then I think everything's pretty much done, and I will show you the final results. We haven't filmed here for a while. I thought I would finally film in front of my fancy new shelf. This chair tends to be where things pile up, and then I just wind up filming at my desk over there. So I'm really happy with how this space turned out. You know, it's not perfect, but it's functional. It's much more streamlined. I got rid of a lot of clutter that was either like expired or that I'm just not gonna use. I just realized I forgot to take out the trash yesterday, so my trash can is still overflowing, but. Okay, so I thought I would kind of walk us through. Got current projects still up here. Random office supplies, all that jazz. This thing, which one of the legs is kind of coming off, but oh, there it goes. This also functions as my footrest. My mom gave this to me last year. This was her old sewing box. I've seen these at antique stores quite a bit, and I just think they're pretty cool looking. I need to glue that leg back on. If you have never seen one, they open like this. Alright, so I've got sort of like packages of novelty buttons, snaps and fasteners, denim scraps I keep for embroidery patches and kind of random stuff, zippers. This was a particularly nice pair of shoulder pads that I cut out of a blazer that I just thought I would keep, like cordage for stuff, spare needles and pins, pliers, and brads. Okay, it's pretty dark under here. I think it's adjusting to the lighting okay. This, I'm not gonna pull it all the way out, but that is where I have all of my ribbon and like fasteners and chains and stuff and charms and beads, sorted by color in little bags for, I got really into making like keychains and beaded necklaces last summer. Oh, there's a couple things I need to stuff in there still. Then right here is usually where I keep my yarn winder. This is my basket of yarn that I have no plans for. This holds fabric paint. This one holds my hot glue guns and glue. I just got a new cordless one that did not come with glue, so I haven't tried it out yet. Then this wire basket just holds like various bags and things just for whatever I would need. I think a lot of this stayed the same. I finally took all of the stuff I had off of this easel. This is like notebooks and spare paper, my book stand, this adorable little box that I've had forever, just kind of like random sewing things, extra tape measures, all that stuff. Whoops. And then this little jar has clips for sewing, notepads. Then I rearranged these drawers. The stuff on the bottom is craft stuff I don't use very much. This is very securely wrapped. This is moss that sheds, so it stays in here. Magnets for whenever I make all my sticker magnets. A big brad gun. These are my crochet safety eyes, my embroidery thread, my seasonal crochet hooks, and just some extra cord that I need to find something to do with. This drawer isn't perfect yet. This is all I think going to take a little tweaking. These are buttons, sewing chalk. I forget what these are called, but they're the like amigurumi like sticks. I think sometimes they just call them ami sticks. Erasers and pencil lead, that kind of stuff. My various, my compression gloves and my wrist supports that I use. Elastic. And I don't like to keep the bra cups inside sports bras, but I have sewn them before onto dresses, like spaghetti strap dresses that I want to be able to wear without a bra. So I have a few nice ones that I keep in case I want to do that. Then I decorated this little box with some stickers and put my spare bobbins in there. These drawers are pretty boring. This is my little bookshelf up here, but this one has like audio stuff, old tripods, that kind of thing. I did end up having to put my spare stickers in here because they didn't fit up on the new shelf, but they're at least closer. And then this one just has like all my old sketchbooks and stuff. Do a little close-up on the new shelf tour. That's my scrap yarn that I use for stuffing. This doesn't have anything in it yet. This frame is still empty. This is gonna be, I have almost filled my little crochet pattern notebook. So this is gonna be my new one. This does not have anything in it yet. This just has like binder clips and stuff. Still need to make that. Still need to make the little, what am I looking for? Like a little basket cover for this. Those are my regular stickers. That's my jar of buttons. These open, but they don't have anything either. It looks really nice. It feels nice and organized. Got all my cute stuff back here. So, thank you for coming along with me while I reorganize this space and all my yarn and craft supplies yet again. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. I post videos 2 to 3 times a month. Thanks so much for watching this one. See you next time.